I'm going to be sharing with you in this video how to be your own guru. Because you are your own guru. There's no power outside of you. There's nothing out there guiding you. There is, in a way, but it is simply a reflection of you. There is none other but you. If you believe that there's some authority or power over you, outside of you, I'm here to tell you that is a belief system. That is not the truth of the situation. Worshipping somebody outside of you as this is who I really need to complete me, that is simply a belief system. It's not the actual truth. So I encourage you to remember. I didn't say to learn, I said to remember. Although you could say that you're unlearning certain things to remember who you actually are. But I invite you to remember that actually you are your own path. There's nothing to necessarily find, out there. Because the more that you look for the answer out there, the more that you're in that energy of the energy dynamic of I'm not in my power, I need somebody outside of me, and this is how I need help from somebody. Look, I'm a coach, I'm a mentor, I help people. But the one thing that I want every single person to understand, if I'm quote unquote helping them, is that actually you're really helping yourself. When you're in an interaction with somebody, asking for help, the thing is that, do you know what your intention is? Do you know why you're having that kind of a connection with that person? Why? Why are you doing it? What are your intentions? Are you doing it because you believe you need them? There's nothing wrong with asking for help. There's nothing wrong with using a tool. Psychedelics is a tool. Coaches are a tool. You can call it plant medicines are a tool. Hell, water is a tool. Food is a tool. Walking outside is a tool. Everything is a tool. All these things can be used to elevate your consciousness. Even at something as crazy as going for a walk outside, believe it or not, if you align yourself in the right way. You don't necessarily need to be in a meditative posture or use a psychedelic or a plant medicine to be aligned with your vision. Completely unnecessary. The truth of the situation is that once you learn to align yourself in the right way, you're not going to be looking for an answer out there. Any tool that you use, anything that you use, is simply something that you're using to support you to go where you already know you're going in that direction. I'm going to say that one more time. Any tool that you use, anything, is something that you want to use, in my opinion, to help you go where you know you're already going. And if you forget where you're going, what's going to happen is that you're going to lose yourself in the external world, in the delusion, in the manifestation. That's when you believe I really, really want this particular thing to satisfy me. Otherwise, I'm going to be screwed, right? Completely false. That thing that we really believe that we need, that we're holding on to, if you just let it go, you'd be so surprised how powerful you really are once you know how to trust yourself. Once you know how to be in alignment with who you actually are. You're never going to look for answers out there again. That journey of seeking something, finding the answer, looking for the answer, trying to find something, that whole sham, that game ends completely. You forget that you even have to seek something outside of you. Because seeking something outside of you is false. It's not real. It's not real. It's not real. You know what it is? You know what seeking outside of you is? It's a reactive pattern, believing in something that you have to worship that's not real. It's an emotional pattern. And emotional patterns are not real. They're just reactivity. Reactivity where you get pulled into something and you get reactive, and then you react to that thing, and then you react to that thing, and then you react to that thing, and then you react to that thing. And before you know it, you don't even know who you are anymore. You've lost yourself in the delusion of form, of life. You've lost touch with that essence of who you really are. The essence of who you actually are. You've lost touch with it. And that's okay. sometimes we have to go through contrast in order to learn things. But once you play that game long enough, you've suffered long enough, you've experienced enough pain, if you want to call it trauma, call it whatever you want. I believe trauma, what is trauma? Trauma, I want to be really honest with you. This is going to probably trigger a lot of people. I think trauma and depression is a load of BS. Complete BS. Depression means, what is trauma? Being in trauma and depression, look, I'm not saying that people don't go through extremely negative situations that are completely valid to feel that way. I completely get it. I'm not denying any of that. I'm not saying that, depression and negative emotions and suffering isn't necessarily an experience that can be very deeply painful, and it's something that you can experience. Sometimes it's not even your fault. Some things just can happen based on your childhood or your upbringing or whatever it is. But even though that is the case, I really believe that we, as much as the ego wants to attach to what I'm saying, the false sense of self as like, oh, that's not true, he's not right, all this stuff. It's like, notice how all of that, and I'm in this with you, don't think like, oh, I'm separate. Notice how all of that is the old self attaching to who it believes it used to be. That's all it is. It's the pain of the past trying to convince you of something. That's what depression and trauma is. So what is actually trauma? What is negativity? What is fear? I'm not saying that it's not an experience that somebody can have. So what am I actually saying? What I'm saying is that reactivity is a contradiction to you being in alignment with your highest vision. That's what it means to be reactive. You're participating in somebody else's reality, believing that you can't create your own story, so you have to help somebody write theirs. And that's fine. That has to exist in existence, right? It has to exist. But the question is, how long are you going to create that pain? So don't get me wrong. I'm not here to discredit anybody. I want people to understand that, I've been through a lot of pain and suffering. And the reason why I'm so passionate about what I said, which, I know might trigger a lot of people, the reason why I even brought that up is because I'll just conclude the video with this. You want to know how I was able to solve pretty much every single challenge in my life in regards to my health, my money, and my relationships? It was whatever challenge. So, okay, let's just say when I had really bad health issues, what did I do? I tried asking for help for years. For years. I asked for coaches, for mentors, for support systems all around me. I did all sorts of things. Don't get me wrong. But you want to know what really helped me heal my body and to get more healthy? I just started focusing on money, building my channel, working in my business, letting go of looking for things. I started to act. I started to pretend like I already had the answer. I started to pretend. I literally started to act. I acted like I already had what I wanted. I acted like it was already there. I acted like I already had what I wanted. I just started acting. And then I just forgot about the problem. I forgot that I even had health issues. And then before you know it, I was just healthy. Like good skin, good health, good digestion. I just forgot. And I did that on purpose. I consciously decided to forget about the problem. I don't even think about my health problems that I used to have. I don't even think about that because I'm not in that reality anymore. I'm not thinking about that. I can go back there if I want, but it's boring and it's painful and there's no point. And this is where people think like, oh, but what if you're running away from something? You said you can go back. And okay, well, look, if you take a gun and shoot yourself in the head, is that facing your negative emotion? Don't run away from something. You better go shoot yourself in the head. Face the pain. Go face that. You don't have to face your pain. Don't shoot yourself. If you put your hand on a hot stove and it burns, do you need to face your negative emotion and put your hand on the stove and keep burning yourself? No. Here's how you stop that problem. You stop putting your hand on the stove, you stop creating the issue, and you step into your natural state where all you have to do is stop putting your hand on the stove, and guess what happens? Your natural body is healthy by not stepping into the pain. Silly little analogy, right? But that can remove 99% of the objections of like, oh, but what if I'm running away from something? Well, is putting your hand on a hot stove, would you consider that healing? I mean, maybe if you slowly expose yourself to the pain ever so slightly, to the point where you don't even perceive it as pain, but it's like this fun little exciting game where you put your hands on yourself a little bit and maybe you can like build yourself up to like, you know, not even perceiving it as like bad, but it's this exciting challenge. Cool. I'm sure there's somebody that has done that. People have done it all the time, like walking on like hot coals and stuff. You know, those monks. Think about this. Why would a monk walk on hot coals? You think it's painful for them? Yes, they feel the pain. Yes, they're there in the hot coals, but they're not perceiving it as pain. They're on the hot coals, and it's just like a fun little challenge for them. It's just, and like, how about those monks that are walking in the mountains, 30 kilometers long on the mountains, ridiculous, extremely cold conditions? You think, like think about it. Like at a certain point of consciousness, there's only so much that's going to help you to have fun in life. Suffering and reacting and believing in the old reality is not fun for a monk or for anybody that understands consciousness. What that kind of person needs, or anybody I believe needs, is to go do something that's going to challenge or contradict the past. Go live into something new that contradicts who you used to be. And I'm telling you, once you embody this, that's the end of seeking. That's the end of seeking. That's the end of looking for an answer. If you're looking for an answer, the answer is simply something you're finding to be in alignment with something you want to manifest or create into your life. And manifestation in of itself is actually also our natural state of being. That's what I believe. At least, you know, my opinion could change in the future, but I believe right now that spirituality, what spirituality is to live in alignment with your highest vision. That's what I believe spirituality is. I believe spirituality is to live in alignment with your highest soul's mission, what you want to be in the world. And anything that contradicts that, you don't believe that, and you see that as a reactive pattern of fear. And as long as you reject this, you will be living out of alignment, out of integrity with the truth of what you actually want. And with that, I conclude this video. Once again, if you want to work with me one-on-one personally, hit the link that's in the description box of this video. It's also going to be in the comments of this video as well. Also, leave a like on this video, because I do believe that actually every single person on this planet does deserve to know that they are divine creators of their reality, and that actually they can manifest their reality and do so in the most effortless and easeful way possible, helping themselves and helping others in the process as well. And then the like button does help the YouTube algorithm push the videos out to more people, and that would be greatly appreciated. As always, enjoy the rest of your day, and I'll see you in the next video.